Hello there. I'm actually here in live, and oh my goodness, don't look back there. No, you can't see the mess back there, right? No mess back there. And no mess. Oops, hold on. No mess down there. You can't see any of that mess at all. It looks beautiful on my desk, and we're going to have some card making today. The reason it's such a mess is that I'm preparing for the Howard County Fair, and I make all kinds of different things to enter into the fair. And hello, Lydia and Lynn, and I am in the midst of making. So you're getting a lot of different things on my floor and on my desk back there, and it's just a mess. But right here on my table, it looks pretty good. So let me flip around and put my camera in the holder. No, I don't want voice enhancements. What are you doing? Okay. Nope, that's still me. Let's flip you around. Nope. Oh my goodness. Technology. Actually, it's really fat fingers. There we go. Now let's hope I don't turn my phone off when I do this. So there we go. We got everything in the shot, it looks like. Let me just check on over here on my computer just to make sure everything's in a good shot. Okay, it looks like it is. So today we're going to make a couple of cards using the textured notes stamp set and the designer series paper. This is a mega suite, and it is in the online exclusives. So don't sleep on those online exclusives because there are a lot of things in there. This set comes with stamps, duh, and these great dies that make frames. They're currently on back order, but they should be available to order on Monday, and you can get the whole suite. And I, of course, don't have the whole suite right with me, but I'm going to show you some of the designer series paper, the gems, and then also what comes with it is an embossing folder that makes a corrugated background, or however you want to use it. So let's get started on making these cards. You know what? My desk is still a mess. So the first one we're going to make is this one. And this is a great card for any kind of designer series paper that you have leftover scraps. It just uses, you know, some 1 1/4 by 4 inch strips that you can put together. And I just want to mention that both of the cards that I'm making today, I have cased, that means copy and share everything, from Mary Knob, who is another demonstrator. Okay, that doesn't go with this. That goes over there. Here we go. So for this card, you need, you know, I thought this was going to be a good idea. You need a card base, which is the regular size, half sheet of paper scored in half. Here's the dimensions. And I'm going to post the dimensions for both cards and pictures of both cards after I'm done here. You need, let's see, a basic white that's, which one's smaller? Neither one of them. I'm going to have to cut one. You need a basic white piece that's 4 by 5. You need it you're just going to build on that. You need your DSP strips. You need 4 of them that are 4 by 1 1/4. You need a little scrap of this DSP because we're going to stamp on that. You need the insert, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And then for your envelope flap, I cut it pretty big. It's 6 by 2 1/2, but I'll show you how to do it. Again, here's the card we're going to make. Alrighty, and then let's do it. First of all, I'm going to get my little mini cutter. I put it away. I can't believe I put something away. Actually, I just moved it away. And I'm going to cut a 1/4-ish inch off of this, because we're just going to build onto this piece of cardstock. And what we're going to do is we are going to hope that this is the glue that squirts, and we're just going to glue them down. And remember, the rule for glue is if you're going to draw a line, you just want to draw a little bead of glue, or put dot, dot, not a lot. So I'm just going to line up my DSP piece right here. Can we see that? On the edge of this piece. And this piece is just kind of a guide. If you got it, if it's a little too big like this one is, don't worry about it. Some of the white can show. And then you'll do your next piece. Let me get over here in the camera. Same deal, just put a little bead of glue. And then you want to butt this one right up against the first one. I said butt. All right, so we put it there. And the same with the next piece. And you can see the various DSPs that come with this. This is the brown textured woven textures. I don't know what it's called, but I love this one. This one is what really sold me on the set, is I love this DSP. There's also some gray woven textures as well, but I'm using the brown ones today. And this card. And then we'll stick it on here. And like I said, if a little of the white shows, it's fine. It's a handmade card. All right. So there's that piece that we've done. Now we're going to attach it to the card using Stampin' Dimensionals, but we've also got a ribbon that runs across in the middle. So let me show you a little trick on that. So we never want to use, oh, look at that, that really stuck over. That's fine. We never want to use ribbon on the back of the card because that is just wasteful. Just wasteful. And nobody's going to see it anyway. So we're just going to put our Stampin' Dimensionals on like we would for any old card. And now let's see if I can get the backs off without, because now the glue's on my fingers and the glue is sticking to everything. Everything. Oops, I need one more dimensional. Boop, 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 boop. Stick it over here. And here's a little trick. Now you can do this with the Stampin' Seal. You can do it with glue, but I don't think the glue holds ribbon that well. So now I'm going to place my, excuse me, glue. Now I place my ribbon where I want it on the front of the card, and I'm going to wrap it around the back like I always do. But sometimes, normally, it's been Stampin' Seal, but this time it's a dimensional. Look at that. And again, I'm going to wrap it around the back and stick it to the dimensional. Boom. And when I put my layers on, I like to keep my card open before, so that I can have a flat surface to work with. I'm going to stick that right on there. And then now I can close the card. You know what? Well, let's put the insert in. Why not? Now this is something you need to, oops, I went off colored out of the lines. This is something you need to check and double check. Okay, that's the top of the card. So this is the inside bottom. Oh gosh, I got lipstick on it. I'll have to stamp something on it. Yes, I wore lipstick for you, even though I think I look like Beetlejuice. I'm gonna use my magic plastic eraser and see if that comes off. I love this eraser. It's not Stampin' Up, but you can get them anywhere, and they're wonderful, and they last forever. Okay, so now I got the inside, I got the outside. I want to close and fold my card. Now what am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to bring in the little shot, the little baby shot. And I'm going to do, no, first I'm going to stamp. Okay, so here I have another scrap of this paper. That's this side, but it's a little bit woven here. And I'm going to stamp first because I'm going to cut it out. And I want it to look good when it's finished. Because if I cut first and then I stamp, I won't stamp it right. That's just the way it goes. That is a rule. If you cut first, you won't stamp it right. So I'm going to stamp it right there in the middle. I gave myself a lot of room because this is just a little scrap of the DSP. And remember, we're using scraps. And then I'm going to bring in my little baby shot because he's so cute and he's so little. He's very little and he's very cute. Okay, that can go in the trash. All right. No, I'll move this out of the way. Let's see if I can line this up right. It does not cut off any of the letters. I was surprised because the stamp seems so big. There we go. Now let's line it up. So the P's don't get cut off and the tops of the T's don't get cut off. And let's see, does that look, it looks close enough for government work. And I can say that because I'm a retired government worker. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So I'm going to put my platform and I'm going to put this on here. I could probably run these both together. Could I? Should I? No. All right. So you're going to make a little E with this. One plate, the middle plate goes back a little bit. The front, the top and bottom plates stick out more, so it's an E. And it just cuts better that way. Get it going. Yes, you know what? I always cut with my left hand. I don't know why. I just do. All right. Hello. Hello, what happened here? Uh-oh. What happened? That's not good. I don't even know where everything went. Is it in there? Is it stuck to the thing? Goodness gracious. All that is something I'm going to have to look at later. All right, so let's pretend that that worked. I don't know why it didn't. Let me run another thing through it and see what happens. All right, that has never happened before. And of course, it's only going to happen on live TV. Let me see if I run another one right through here, whether the first one will come out. Oh, no, we'll see. It didn't. We will figure that out another time. Let's pretend everything is fine. Okay, so I cut this little strip out. This is also one of the dies that comes with the suite. It comes with the textured notes. All right, so I'm going to run a little bit of glue on here. And I am going to glue it right on top of the ribbon. Boom, just like that. And then we're going to pretend that my thing didn't get caught in the thing. Got that? Those are technical stamping terms, that your thing didn't get caught in the thing, and then it came out beautifully. I don't even know where it went. I think it's still on the roller. And I have my note here, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of the note, because this one cut correctly. And I'm going to stick it right on top of this little strip. And because the ribbon wiggles a little bit, I'm going to stick a dimensional underneath to hold everything in place. So what I'm doing is I peeled it off, I stuck it to my finger, peeling off the backing so that I can just stick it on there like that. Boom, and boom. It's not in the center, but we're going to pretend it is for the sake of time. All right, so these are the neutral matte dots that come in the suite. And if you know me, you know I like my neutrals. So we're going to put a biggie. We're going to put a biggie down here. Why aren't you sticking nice? There we go. Shoo. Now I'm going to put two little ones up here. And there we go. I don't know why that's not sticking. Oh, so there's the card. And we're going to pretend it looks good. All right. Then we have our envelope. And we cut your 6 by 2.5 strip here. So I'm going to put some glue on the envelope flap. Boop, boop, boop. Come down here. And then I am going to glue this right on top of the envelope flap. Bing, a bing, bang, boom. And then I'm going to use my paper snips, RIP. Yes, RIP. The company that makes the paper snips is no longer making the paper snips, and they are no longer being offered for sale. You can't even get them because those dastardly Stampin' Up! Demonstrators who heard about it before it was announced bought them all up. So they are not there. So I'm just using the flap of the envelope as my guide as I trim around. Blip, 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 blip. Come on, you can do it. They are looking for another manufacturer for the snips. So right now on the inventory list, it says status 2. How did that get messy? TBD. Oh, I know, because I had an open stamp. Let's pretend it didn't get messy. All right. So they are looking for another manufacturer. And the status is TBD. And there's your flap. And here. There's your other card. And there's your card. And that's card number 1. I hope I'm not going to say R.I.P. to my die that's stuck in the machine. All right, so next card. Boop, boop. Ah, here it is. We're going to make this card, and it's a fun fold card with a hidden card. So we've got this layer, and you open it up, and then you get this little mini card in here. And it uses some of the black and white DSP that go with this suite. And of course, I'm a sucker for black and white. And as I build it, as soon as I find it, I'm going to give you the dimensions, and then I will also really, if you could only see the mess over here. I have a card over here. I do. Oh, there it is. If you could only see the mess that's on my desk, but I'm not letting you. Oh, you're just seeing right here. Okay. All these dimensions, again, will be in the comments to this post. And then I'm probably going to do a couple of blog posts on my blog, and you'll be able to see them there. So here's what we got to make this card. Let's start with the base layer. And so your card base is 4 1/4 by 8 1/4, and you score it at 5 1/2 on the long side. So let's stick that aside. And then this is the DSP that's going to go on here. And it is 4 by 5 1/4. That's kind of the standard size. That's the other side of the paper. Yes, I'm going to put the floral side down in favor of the stripe side. And I'm going to hope that I can find that other little piece of DSP in my very neat pile here. The pile was really neat a minute ago. Okie dokie. So I'm going to put that down. And that was easy. Why did Wikipedia pop up? Okay. No, that's not it. 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 Oops. There we go. Then you need a DSP piece for the top flap, which is 4 by 2 1/2. Okay. So the back of this is kind of a cloud of black and gray and white. Really? Oh, that's the one that doesn't work. See, that's the one it does. Okay, so here is your card base. Pull this little flap down. Put this DSP on it like so. And now you have that part. Now we're going to build our little card. It's not in order. So the little card is 3 1/4 by 9 1/2, scored at 4 3/4 on the long side. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then you have a base for it, which is 3 by 4 1/4. And it's made out of another piece of DSP. So again, you're using a lot of different DSPs on here. And as Kylie Bertucci, a demonstrator from Australia says, love it, chop it. Don't just save your DSP, use it. Chop it up, use it. Okay, that's straightish. All right, so we got this card, and then the top flap. Oh no, this goes on the inside of that card, and it's the insert. It's basic white for the small card. It's 3 by 4 1/2. And I think I can glue it on in there. Glue it on, glue it on. Let's go. Alrighty. All right, so I did it wrong, but luckily the paper folds both ways. Is that right? Yes, that's right now. Okay. So now it's on the inside. And since this is the inside card, let's glue it to our big card. Good thing, because I got glue on that already. I know. Is that making you a little crazy that I'm not going to the corners? Okay. So I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to not stick my fingers in it. And it goes right here in the middle. Can I see that? Right there in the middle. So now you got 1 and 2 flaps. And now let's make our last flap. And let's pause to get the glue off of our fingers. Why is that doing that? All right, so the next part is your front layer base. This is 2.5 by 4 inches. Look at all my stickies. And then we're going to do some stamping. This is the basic white card piece for the front layer, and it's 2.25 by 4. And again, I am going to have all these, I already took the pictures. Oh, look at me. We're going to have all these dimensions in the comments to this video. All right, nope, I want this one. So I'm going to start with this little basket shape, and I'm going to stamp it in the corner in Smoky Slate ink. There we go. Okay, that worked out pretty good. And then I'm going to stamp this leaf in Memento, and because it's a big stamp on a very big block, it doesn't quite fit on the square block. I'm going to turn it upside down and apply the ink to it rather than pouncing it in the ink. And I'm going to put that right about here. Press it down. Yes, that turned out nice. And then I'm going to do the thank you, which I hope I can get on here straight because I can't cut it. Okay, it is straight. Wait, the bottom of it's straight. I'm thinking, and that's okay. Do yes, yes, yes. I love it when it comes out good, especially on camera. Because if it weren't on camera, I'd be doing it again if it wasn't right. But it's right. All right, so I'm going to glue it on. More glue. More glue stuck to my fingers. I'm going to put it on its little layer here. And then I'm going to find out where I threw my dimensionals. That's right in front of me. Good. They're right in front of me. I'm going to double check that I know where the top is. And I'm only going to put 4 at the top because this is a flap and it doesn't get all the way sealed down. And get the dimensionals off. Gosh, it's boring watching somebody peel dimensionals. All right, so I'm going to close this and I'm going to put it on here so that it's right in the center-ish. And there's your 3 flaps. 1, a 2. Well, it's 3. It's 2. Okay, so there's that. So it needs some embellishments, of course. So I'm going to use some of the black baker's twine. And I like to leave it on the spool and go ahead and tie it off the spool, because then I know how much I need and I don't use too much. And that's good. Where are my scissors? I have no idea. They're in a pile in this messy desk somewhere. Oh, I put them away again. All right, so now I'm going to take a glue dot and I'm going to roll it like a booger. And I'm going to put it on my leaf where I want it, right there. And then I'm going to take my bow, straighten them out, and make sure there is the same amount on each side. Somewhere I cut it a little short, but it's going to be a shorty bow. And plop him right on top of the glue dot. There. And then I'll take my paper snips, snip off the edge. There we got that. And then I'll go back to the neutral matte dots and I will find my take your pick tool. No, I will not. Oh. Where does, it rolled under. Where does everything go when you're creating? Lynn, I know you have this problem too. It's just cray. Stuff just rolls and goes away. Are you kidding me? It flipped over. But I'll use the other part of my take your pick tool. Yeah, my take your pick tool, look, this part falls out all the time. I don't know why. And I lost it, one of the tips. Anywho, it's fine. It still works. And there you go. That is card number 2 with the textured notes suite. So this has got a black and white card with little flaps, which I did not do an envelope for. Sue me. And then this is the brown textured one with its little envelope. So now it's time for the advertisement portion of the video. Do I have it? Oh, I do. So we don't need those sticky notes no more. We would like to remind you that the mystery box period is open now. And if you will DM us, PM us, contact us, let us know. We will put together a little box for you. And everybody who has done the box previously has loved it. I'm not making that up. They've loved it. Lynn, as you know, is Miss More is More. So you will be getting your all the cutouts and everything to make a project. The images won't be stamped. Stampin' Up! Doesn't let us do that, but she's going to have a period to put that together. All that information is in our newsletter, and if you're not on our newsletter, I will put a link in the comments so that you can go on, join our newsletter. And if you did not receive the newsletter with the information for the July mystery box, let us know that, and I will send that to you right away. And then next month is August. Can you even believe it's August already? And that's when we're going to start our Christmas card Stamp-A-Stacks, and they'll be held here at my house. We make 12 cards at each session, so before we even get to Thanksgiving, you will have 4 times 4, 48 Christmas cards made. Now, whether you address them and get them in the mail by Christmas, that's up to you. And we'll figure that out as we go along. So anyway, that's that. And let me see if I can flippy you around without making everybody sick. There I am. Hello. Oh, no, let's go this way. That's kind of clean. That's just yarn. So I hope you enjoyed the cards. Leave us comments, and we'll see you next